Hi guys, good morning. Suresh here.
Good morning, Suresh.
Good morning.
Morning guys, morning one and all. So guys, in our session yesterday, we have been discussing on the day one activities. So that whenever we get into the success factor system, whenever we allocate it to the success factors projects, the way we have to first look for having the access to the provisioning and the instance systems of the client. So for that, the sequence of activities that we come across is what we have been looking at. And once we get the provisioning access first is there, from that place we can get the access for the instance. Also we can create our own ID is what we have been looking at. And once we get into the success factors instance side of the system, where that is a main system that we have to do a lot of configurations and all. So there we have also seen the way we can upload the logo. Here in the top search area, when you search for logo, we go for upload company logo and we can upload a logo into the system, the client specific logo. And for that, there will be some specifications that we are required to follow, like the image format should be in a JPEG format, the files size should be less than 1 MB, some dimensions, all that, and we import it here. So that's the very basic thing where we don't even look for the images over internet or anything. We have to ask the client, so please provide the logo that has to be loaded within the specifications, like it should be in the JPEG format, the it should be less than 1 MB in size, all that. And then we will be able to upload it just by choosing the file and click on save. Nothing more than that. But that's a very first starting basic cosmetic level thing. Once we start getting into the instance system, right from the first page, first place we have to start looking at the logo update is the first thing. Then further, the next thing what we have to look at is this home page. The way you have this home page currently seen, the very first page. So from here, if we have to start looking at the config part, what sort of configurations that we can do, what kind of a customization that we can do on this home page. So that is what the agenda of today's session. The home page setup, the very first screen of success factors, what the user sees when they log in. So how do we customize and set up this is what we are going to now look towards. Okay. But before that, if anybody has any questions from the previous topics that we have discussed, you can raise your hand. Same like the way we have been discussing. Just raise your hand so that I can call out your name and we can discuss the queries. Next, in the meantime, before anybody raises a hand, I see a question in the chat. It's about the access to the provisioning part. See, in the success factor system, as we discussed, the two systems, provisioning and instance, what we are going to work in the projects. Provisioning side, what you have is only about the activations. You are not going to do any configurations there. It's all about the checkboxes that enabling is what you do. And few places, some files we import, the standard success factors given, some config files will be imported into the system. That's it. So the configuration, when you use a word as configuration, that's something that you have to practice and all is all on the instance side. So the instance access is what you're going to have for the practice that will be released by end of this week soon. And provisioning level system access is something, as I already mentioned, it will be available only for a certified success factors consultant, and SOP can only release the access to the provisioning. So we cannot generate an ID for you in the provisioning system. So access that you will have in the practice stages only to the instance, and that's the place where you are required to practice in detail. So provisioning level, whatever are those places that we navigate and we do the enablement and all, I in detail, as I already showed you yesterday, we'll navigate to that particular places clearly and show you how that activations look like. And also down the line, you will be getting the documents with all the screenshots of what are the areas that we'll be navigating and enabling the checkboxes, all that. That's it. So provisioning access will be available only for a certified success factors consultant. This is what you should be aware of. Okay. Hope that answers your questions, Rikesh. Sounds good. Now coming to the instance level, the very first page logo upload is what we have already seen yesterday. Now the home page. So right from this, the background image, there are some buildings images that you are seeing in the background. So this buildings image, this good morning message, all these things, whatever you have to do is what you can concentrate from a place called manage homepage. If you just search with the keyword as homepage on the top search area, you get a tool called as manage homepage. So this is a place from where we can actually handle the success factors landing page, the homepage config. And of course, even this page, what I'm showing you is a page that is accessible only by the consultants who are working on the project or any admins in the company. So everything that I show is something a consultant will have the access, not a general end user things. So these are all what you as a consultant tomorrow, once you are into the project as a consultant, what you do. So this is definitely a consultant driven thing. So here in the manage homepage, all the config about how the homepage should look like is what you can deal with. In that, the first thing is banner image. If I go under this banner image section, here system will give us the option to replace that image, whatever you are seeing currently on the UI. So here you have use default banner image as a default radio button. So the default one that will be given from SAP is this, some kind of buildings in the background. So that is the default image. If you want to import any other image, here you have an option, upload banner image. You can choose this, and while you are importing, so these are the main things that you have to follow. The file size should be less than 2 MB and the aspect ratio is 16:9. Aspect ratio means to exactly fit into this rectangular window on the home page here, into this rectangular window to fit into it. That's where they call it as an aspect ratio as 16:9. So here, if the client wants to replace this building's kind of a background the panorama image to a different kind of an image of their own company specific thing, then we have to tell them, please provide us an image with less than 2 MB in size and 16:9 aspect ratio. So their internal branding teams will prepare those images and they'll share us. That is the way. So when it comes to any kind of images and logos that we load into the system, keep the responsibility to the client. Say that this is how I need an image, please provide, I'll import. So we are not going to work on the image resizing, image qualities, image extensions. We are not going to work on it. The client given image is what we are going to upload. So for them in the internally within the companies, there will be some branding teams. There will be internal branding teams, corporate marketing teams and all for every or big organization. So they will deal with that way. So hide banner image is the last one, where if you don't want an image at all, so there is no background image, just good morning is what it will display. That's it. So that way you have either you can go with the default one or you can upload one of your choice or hide the image. That's sort of very basic thing. So this is the first thing in the manage homepage. How do you handle the banner image? Next thing is quick actions. So the quick actions here are those, as I told you, those icons are taking you to the internal parts of the system. So with a single click, instead of you deep navigating internally into different screens and arriving at a specific application, the single click that application is going to open in front of you. So that's a quick action. So if I click on view profile, directly it is going to take me to the profile. If I click on view org chart, directly it is going to take me to the org chart in the system where the employee hierarchy can be seen, which employee reports to which employee, and of a hierarchy is what you can see. If I search for a user called say David, I open that employee David row. So he reports to a lady called Rebecca. Rebecca reports to Marcia. Like this, the complete hierarchy. And now under Rebecca, there are total three people. If I click on Rebecca particularly, who are the entire three people that are reporting to her is what we can see. So this org chart is something. So all this is what possible through the icons on the home page in the name of quick actions. With a single click, we can go to that application instead of you navigating deep into the system. So quick actions are those that will help us to reach a application with a quick access, and they are the frequently used applications, guys, either as an employee, as a manager, as a HR. So what are the applications that employees would be generally interested to access frequently, or what that are structured under the quick actions? And at any point of time, you can have maximum 16 quick actions. First row 8, second row 8, maximum 16 quick actions can only be set up. And that's going to be what client is choosing to maintain. It's not driven based on which application I am regularly using system going to keep that under quick actions. No. So a system, the business has to decide what are the areas that the employees would be expecting to frequently access. Based on that, they maintain it. That's a fixed list that is going to be there. It's not going to be changing based on I opened the profile screen 10 times today, so that becomes the frequent one and that comes to the first place. Not that way. It's a fixed list what we set up, and that comes here. So how do we set up that quick actions? Is here under the quick actions, the second one. And SF standard delivers us a list of around 22 standard quick actions, guys. So in this demo system they have delivered 18, but in the real time system you will have total 22 in the standard system. Out of 22 or 18 or whatever, at any point of time we can only have maximum 16 quick actions on the home page at any point of time. So you might have more than 20, 30, 40 also created, but on the UI display level, maximum 16 can be activated at any point of time. So here, against all the quick actions, you have enable disable button. So maximum 16 is what you have to enable. Even if you enable more than 16 here, the first 16 only will appear. Say if I have enabled 18, the last two will be omitted, only the first 16 will appear that way. So this is the place where the quick actions, what you are seeing on the front end, are coming from. And here SF has also given an option. Do you want to have multi-colors, like 5 colors, or one unique color? That is this. So here you are having pink, green, purple, different, right? That's all based on this 5 colors option. If I choose one color, everything will be in one blue color that way. So this is the options that SF has given. And here the quick actions, you can enable, disable them. If I don't want any specific one in this organization, we can just disable. That's it. Nothing big deal. Just a single button click that will be enabled, disabled, and you can save it. So that way we have the quick actions that can be displayed. And so there are a standard list of quick actions in which you are going to enable, disable them, that's fine. But completely, if a client is asking some other action which is not even given by SAP, a custom one, that is also possible. You can add a new quick action on the right hand top. Add quick action as a button that you have on the top, and there will be some sequence of steps that we have to set up to have a new icon coming on the home page as a custom one. But this is not recommended because already SF has a limit of only 16. So existing standard given 22 are only what we are not going to not able to utilize everything. So there is no point in adding up new thing here which can't be utilized. So that's why instead of adding under a quick action, so we can come to the bottom of the page and under organizational updates, here we can come up with some additional redirections, whatever you want. So in the under organizational updates also you can add up to 16 and standard SF will be giving only one or two. So you already have a quota of almost 14 more that you can add. So that way, any new additional custom navigation the client is asking, we recommend instead of quick actions, let's prefer for another section at the bottom that SF has an option called organizational updates. So the steps that are involved in adding a new action under quick actions or under organizational updates, both are same. The sequence of steps are all the same. So how does that look like? So the complete end-to-end step-by-step config of that and bringing up additional custom navigation and all is what I'll do it in front of you now. Okay, so that way quick actions is something under this manage homepage. Under this manage homepage, we go for the quick action section, go under that, and here you have an option first to choose the colors, and then under the settings here we will have the list of different quick actions, so which are SF standard delivered. Among them we can enable, disable them. If I want to add a new one, I can add it, but not recommended. Technically still we can add, but better use it under organizational updates, which we will see now. Okay, guys, I hope my audio is clear. Is anyone having any issue with my voice?
No issue.
No, Suresh.
No, it's
No
clear.
issue.
Sure. Yeah.
Good. 1 second. So Vijeta, I guess there is some issue at your end. Just check that. Or if you want to rejoin it. Okay. Next we have Pooja.
Yeah, hi, Suresh. Suresh, I have a question. So,
Definitely.
is there any way we can change the label of the quick actions, or it's the default one? We cannot change it.
So here, if there is an option to edit, they give it here when you click on it and then click on the dots. So most of 99%, no, none of them is having any option to change it. Okay.
Okay,
But there
okay.
is a place called text replacement, guys. Text replacement is a tool. So text replacement tool level, SF will give us some list of different keywords, a lot of keywords starting from here, from reject as a word, a lot of words. If you keep scrolling down, you will have 200 plus different words from top to bottom, more than 200 actually. So among this, if there is any word that you want to make a change, you can. So the target value is what you can keep it here. So the system will replace. So example, wherever there is a word called employee, so there are some companies who say we don't want to use the terminology as employee. We want it to be called as associate. All our employees, we call them as associates. So replace employee with associate. Here, if I replace it with associate, everywhere, wherever a word called employee comes in the success factor system by default, it will be replaced with associate. Even the word with uppercase E and the lowercase e, plural, employees with plural, associates is what we have to keep it as a plural. In plural, again with uppercase E, lowercase e, like that they have given multiple. And some companies, they say man, they don't call manager, they call it as a leader or they call it as supervisor. So everywhere, wherever system is using manager, according to SAP, they want to change it as supervisor, I can update it. So that kind of text replacement is a tool we have. Got it?
Yeah. Okay, Suresh, thanks.
Sounds good. But I request you guys, please don't use this kind of a text replacement in your instance that is going to be given to you of practice. So if you make some change, people will not understand what is this happening. So please don't do this kind of things in your practice system. That will impact all the participants practicing. Okay, next, Giridhar, for your comment in the chat. So I'm on the full screen, Giridhar. It's you who have to resize your Zoom preview. I did not have any uh, screen minimizing I have done. I'm displaying the full screen end to end on my screen. Okay. Next, coming back. So again, open the home page and search with the keyword as homepage. Manage homepage is a place that you're going. So here in the manage homepage, banner image quick actions is done. Next thing is for you today as a section. So this for you today section is something dynamic, guys. You are not going to configure it. It's a dynamic one based on if there are anything pending on your name that system wants to remind you about that thing. That is where for you today will come. You are required to do some mandatory training programs that you have to complete. There is a due date for that, or you have to update your profile. There are some sections of your profile not filled in, like that system will automatically bring in. If I finish this activity, if I update my profile as it is saying, then this section will automatically disappear. It's a dynamic one. Only at that moment where there is something pending on my name, system will appear, the system will display that, else it will not. That way. Okay. And then there will be one more section also that you'll see down the line in few cases. Not only for you today, one more section in the name of approvals will come. Approvals. If you are an approver and there are some leave requests of your subordinates, some other promotion requests, termination requests of your team that you have to approve, there will be a subheading in the name of approvals and there will be some requests that come for you where you have to take a decision. So that is also dynamic one. If there is some request pending on your name, then only it will appear. Currently, this lady is not having any approvals pending on her name. That's why there is no approval section. So for you today and one more as approval section are two things that will appear on the UI, on the homepage UI, only if there is something waiting for your input, else it will not. It's dynamic. And we don't even have any config control for that. It's a framework level thing. Next comes the organizational updates. So organizational updates section is one. I can come up with some new additional icons here. Again, I can add up to 16 icons in this, like the way you see here. But I can have more graphical icons. Instead of these icons are all the symbols, I can have a photograph, a proper image case, what I can have to add more beautification to the home page. Either I can go with this kind of an icons or with the image also I can. Clicking on that image, system will redirect me to some other place kind of. I can come up with additional, again, this under this section also it will allow me up to 16 different icons that can come. We can call them as cards. CARD card, like a visiting card, a business card. It's a card is what we say the terminology. I can come up with 16 cards here. So that is where under organizational updates we do it, cards organizational updates. So this is one config area that we have where when we go under that, all the cards what we display there can also have some subheadings if you want. You can create some folders and subheadings. So currently there is one card that is displayed version as something this one. So that is maintained without any folder title. So there is an untitled folder that is being displayed here. But if you want, I can create a separate folder. Under this organizational updates, there will be one more subheading as a folder. Under that, I can have my new card that I am displaying. So for that, here under organizational updates, on the right hand top, here on the right hand side, you have add folder as an option. If you click on this add folder, a pop-up comes. I'll just add it as a demo June 27 as a folder name and the target group to whom it has to appear. This newly created group, you can restrict with the permissions. Who can see that newly added groups? So here I have everyone, all employees as a default group that SF will have. So that is one default group. If I choose that, it is going to be visible for everyone. Or else if it is for a specific people, only for compensation admins, only for system admins, like that, any specific roles, you can create that. That's what a permissioning concept that we would be focusing most probably on next Monday or Tuesday section next week. So there for the roles and groups what we created in the system. So for them we can assign. But as of now, I'm giving it as everyone. So the new folder that I'm creating is visible for everyone in the company. That way, demo June 27 is the title of the folder I'm creating. Click on save. So there is a new folder came up. Now, if this folder has to appear on the home page, first there should be at least one card under it. Currently, there are no cards. At least one card if you have, then only the folder will appear on the home page. So for that, now we can start adding a card. On the right hand top corner, you have an add card option. Previously, we clicked on add folder and we created the folder. Now it is card. We are going to add a card. Click on add card and adding a new card on the home page is a wizard of 4 steps, 4 simple steps. So first thing is the card name. I'll give it as a demo, some demo card as a title. So this is something only for our reference. It will be in the background. It will not appear on the front end. This is something that the config name. Demo card is a config name that will not be on the UI. Description is one that is optional and we want it to be enabled. Click on next. Then comes the title of the card. So with what title it should appear on the front end, the way this the existing one is appearing with the version as a title. So if you want to have your own title, I can give it. So we have main title and there is some subtitle like this. Immediately the whatever you are entering, it is being previewed. The way how it will appear on the UI. So this is how this big a card can come. This big. Main title, subtitle, immediately whatever you are giving, the preview is also coming. And then here on the top, we can have the image or the icon what you're talking. So if you want to have an image, here we have two options, graphic large, graphic small. Graphic large means the current preview on the bigger size image will appear on the top. If it is graphic small, a small image will appear on the left hand side. Here a small image will appear on the left hand side as a square. Or else there is an icon option. Icon is same like the standard SF given quick actions. You can choose some icons. So here there is icons option. If you click on the symbol, it will bring you the list of various icons that are present in the system. So the new card that you're going to create, so relevant to that, if there is any icon that you feel that is something that you can choose from here, you can select it from the various list of standard icons that SF has already provided. Okay, so here if I'm trying to randomly choose one icon here, this one, some shopping cart icon, something randomly, I just select it. So this is how the preview is, where the quick actions are like just the icon under that, the title, just a small stamp size. But here in the new one that you are creating, so stamp size icon along with its title on the right hand side, it comes with the main title and also a subtitle option for the custom cards that we create. This is how the output is. So this is the icons wise. Icon small as an option. Or else if you want to go with the images, that is something that is possible. You can go with graphic large, graphic small. Graphic is nothing but an image. So large or small image. If I choose the large image, here the preview will come, the bigger preview. So whatever is the image that you can get it uploaded here, again, aspect ratio 16:9, file types JPEG or PNG, maximum file size is 2 MB. All these things is what you have to be taken care. So the client has to provide it, send this details to the client. So whatever image they expect us to add in this custom card, they have to provide us the image within that specifications that only can be loaded. So for that, I have some logo. I should have some logo on my desktop, guys. Give me a moment. Let me look for it. I recently cleaned up the system, so give me a moment. Yeah. So I just got some icon. I just uploaded it here. See this? I just selected the path from my local drive, and this is how a icon, an image is displayed here like this. A graphical large. This is a large size. So this kind of icons coming on the homepage is more lively. Instead of that icons, this kind of images are more lively. And then small. If you want graphical small, the same one will come on the left hand side like a stamp size. Again, large one this way. So this is with a graphic option, graphic large or graphic small. Totally, if you go for icon, that's where you have to choose the icon, whatever you want to display here from the existing standard list of icons. That is how the three different ways you have and to preview. How should the preview of the new card that you're going to create on the home page? This is how you can choose it. Okay. So, here I have graphic large as an option. I'll go with this. I'll again choose the image. It was gone. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so the graphic large with the graphic image that I have selected, what I want to display with the main title, subtitle, all that, and then click on next. Then takes us to the third part, navigation. That is, now this way, when there is going to be a card that is going to appear on the UI here, card is going to appear, very good. But what should that do? When the user is clicking on that card, what should happen is what the navigation is the third part. So we have different options, guys. This is a very good advantage that in this custom card that we are going to create, we have different options. First thing is whether you want the system to raise a pop-up. That is not about redirecting to somewhere else. There itself on the home page, you want a pop-up to appear. In the pop-up, you can choose what content to be displayed. So that is one option, or the redirection option, so that you give a target URL, so that wherever, whichever link you give, whether it is an internal within SuccessFactors or some external third-party URL, whatever you give, system will redirect to that, so that when the user clicks on that card on the home page, that will redirect. That's a basic thing. Next, email. Email is that when the user clicks on a specific uh, icon, when the specific card that you are creating, so whatever email ID that you are entering here, so to that email ID, an email will be drafted immediately with the sender as that email ID, which is not so useful at all. So 99% nobody uses this. Getting an email triggered just by clicking on an icon, that's no use. Next is no target. No target means nothing. I don't want anything to happen. This image is some looking good. I want that to be on my homepage. That's it. Even if user clicks on it, nothing triggers. It is idle. So that is a no target option. Nothing need to be done. And the last one, Java scripting and all is not for us. It's for the internal product team when the SAP standard is going to do something. For as a consultant level, the first part are only applicable. In that, the most useful one is popover. In the popover, you can achieve multiple things. That is, in a pop-up, first thing it is going to ask you is the size of the pop-up. So the medium size, small size, large size, all that. I'm going with the medium. The pop-up, what is going to appear in that? How should the content be structured? There are some templates. So in this first template, it says some head title, subtitle, text, all that. If it is second one, in the second template, it is title, subtitle, text, and also some bullet points on the right hand side. Like this, SAP is giving some templates, but the best option is no template. Go for no template. That means SAP is not going to suggest you any format. It's a white page, no suggestions. Where should heading be? Where should subheading be? There are no suggestions. It's a plain white page. It's a canvas. It's up to you the way how you want to represent the content in it. Okay. So here, once again, guys. So here we have the no template option, which will give you a white page that you can display whatever content you want. And here you see it's a huge toolbar with a lot of things. You want to have some heading display, like welcome to success factor something like this. You can add some text. You can turn that into bold. You can make it center aligned. Okay. Next, if you want to add some emojis here, you have some emojis, different kinds of emojis that you can use in your regular messaging. You can use that emojis here. And if you want to add some hyperlink, for example, so here I want to redirect to Google. So Google is a word I add and select that. And here I have a hyperlink option, insert link. Click on it. So where it should redirect, it's google.com. Like this, I can give wherever I want to, whichever I want to redirect and all, I can give it. Click on say. It's a hyperlink. Now the word Google is turned into hyperlink. Clicking on that, system can redirect me outside. Then if I want to add some big paragraphs of text and all, I can do that. If I want to change the text colors, I have the text color changing option. All these color changes I can make. And then I have an option to insert some table. So here a tabular format with some table with some rows and entries. I can make it. I can add them like this. If you want to display any content that is there. Like this, you can keep on going and adding the content. System also gives you a scroll bar within the pop-up. And once after the table, now here if I want to insert some images or videos, here you have insert image or insert media as two different options. So image is where you can actually upload an image which is yeah, here the point I have to highlight is you are not directly uploading here. You are going to host the image somewhere else over the internet, and the link is what you have to give. So you have a lot of image hosting platforms today. So Google Images or various other places image hosting options. When you upload a logo, they give you a link for that image. So that logo or the image, whatever you uploaded, the link of that is what you can give here. So here, if I click on this insert image, it will ask you a source. The link of that is what you can give. That can be incorporating the image here. The raw image you are not uploading here, that 5 MB, 10 MB, whatever raw image you are loading, that file is not going to be loaded here. You upload somewhere else in the internet, in your company's internal server or some other external portals anywhere, and there will be a link that will be generated. That link is what we have to give. Similarly, videos. If the company wants to insert any company related video, that will talk about the company's business, their mission, vision statements, their policies, their manufacturing units, all that it will be showed in that video. So you can prepare a video, host that somewhere in the internet, even YouTube, you can host it and get the link of it pasted here. So let me just quickly take one YouTube video link. Just a second, guys. So I've just taken one YouTube video URL. Now here I want to maintain that video under this tabular format. I click on this insert media option, and in the source, I will give the YouTube video URL. That's it. Click on save. Immediately the preview of that video is coming up here. Say this. When I click on it, system will play. So that's where once the config is saved, I can play it. So this way you have this popover option that is giving you a ability to display a lot of content in your pop-up. Headings, emojis, links, paragraph of text, tabular formats, images, videos, whatnot. Lot of things. This way you design your pop-up with whatever content you want. So after that, click on next. That's the final part where you have to decide to whom it is going to be displayed. So this group, this newly added card, you can decide to whom it has to be displayed. So here there is already a default everyone as a group. I selected that. Or else we can also give it to a target people. This should appear only to the IT department employees. This should appear only to Bangalore location employees. Like that, any specific requirements, you can go for this search options and you can create your own groups and we can select those groups. So currently there is only one group as everyone that is selected. I want, here we can click on add groups and create new groups as well. But as I told you, the new groups creation process and all will come up in the next Monday or Tuesday session down the line. We'll look at. So this way we have currently this newly added card is going to be made visible for all the people in the company under which folder it should appear. So we already created a folder for today, demo June 27th. That folder is what I'm selecting and when it should appear. Should that be every time be visible or any specific date range? If it's a date range, you can give it like from 27 from today till 4th of the next month. Only for 1 week it should appear like that. So generally, if you're going to display some festival wishes, New Year wishes, Diwali wishes, kind of a thing in the pop-up, then you can give that only that 1 week of time. Only in that week it will display that way, or else choose it as always. So this way, to whom it should appear, where it should appear, when it should appear. The three W questions that are there. So this is how you have to just simply go through this wizard of 4 steps. Name, review the image or icon with your title, subtitles, all that. Then what content should appear when you click on it? It is pop-up, size of the pop-up and the content in the pop-up, all that you decide. And finally, the assignment part, where to appear, when to appear, whom to appear, all that you answer and save. That's it. So your new folder in the name of demo June 27, in that a card called demo card is added and it is made display to everyone. Currently they are always display enabled. So now in the home page, currently under organizational updates, we have only one standard SF1 something as version. If I refresh it now, you will start seeing, you scroll down, one more under organizational updates, one more folder separately. This is a folder demo June 27. Folder means it comes as a subheading. So under that, the one that I added with my image, with my title, subtitle, all that. Clicking on it, I chose to have a pop-up. So I click on it, system brings me a pop-up. So with whatever headings, titles, this hyperlink, Google as a hyperlink. It's going to take me to the Google page. Like this, then you have some text, tabular format, the video. If you click on it, the video will preview. So this way the video is previewing here, all that. This is how you can configure your home page with different custom cards of your choice, whether there should be a pop-up content or it should be a redirection to a different place, whatever you can choose that. So this kind of adding a video on the one of the card has become a common requirement these days in every client, because every company will have a portfolio video about their business, showing their factories, their industries, their manufacturing plants, all this. Some drone videos showing a sky view, aerial view of their office premises, all this. Some videos are common these days for every company. So they want to host that in their HR system, they can upload it here. They can load it somewhere in internet like YouTube or somewhere, and that link is what they can give so that it will be previewed here. That way we can customize the homepage, guys. So anything new SF is asking, instead of going under quick actions, we recommend under organizational updates. So you can create your own separate sub group folders and keep on adding multiple icons, multiple cards and others. So this is how the homepage customization looks like on this page called manage homepage. So under the organizational updates, you can keep on creating multiple folders and multiple cards under that, up to you. But at any point of time, again, 16 can only be displayed. You can add up to 100 cards, but active you can keep only 16 that can be displayed at any point of time. Same way. Any queries over here? Sounds good. So this is about the homepage customization, where we started with the logo, followed by the banner image, quick actions, custom cards, all that. Next thing is, now it is important we understand about some plug and play tools that we already have in the system. Some plug and play tools. So without any config dependency, which is already available, we can use it as it is. No config involvement. That's where now whenever there is a new employee join the company, for example, I'm a new person joined this company, Coca-Cola as a company, I joined Coca-Cola. I don't know what is Coca-Cola's internal HR system, where should I go to apply leave, anything I don't know. This is my day one. So then on employee hiring, if the HR wants to send a welcome email to that new employee that he has joined this company, and also let him know about the internal HR system as success factors that they use, how should he set up his ID and he can start using the HR system, all that. So for that, SF has given an option called welcome email. You just search with the keyword as welcome, you get this option called send user welcome email. When you go for this, here system is going to give you an option with a standard content. The subject of the email and the body of the email, a standard content is already pre-delivered with the text as welcome to success factors, your login information, that is what will be your username. So that will be auto populated when you trigger an email to someone, so that will be auto populated. So whatever is their login name with what they have to log into the success factor system, and they can set their own password. Please use the following URL to set your password to that. So here there will be a dynamic URL that will be generated. Clicking on that URL, they can set their own password as well that way. So this is how we will have an option to send out a standard welcome email. And of course, this change, you can change it instead of success factors, welcome to Coca-Cola. You want to replace it, and some additional sentences if you want to add. It's quite definitely feasible. You can enhance the content as well before you trigger it. That way, a standard SF pre-delivered tool is available, so that whenever a new employee joins, this way we can introduce them, send some two icebreaker statements, welcome, etc., etc. And then here you can have the username, where system will be automatically populating. This is a dynamic token. The employee's username, the login name with what they have to log in into the system, that will be auto populated, and the email ID, the link also will be auto populated, so that they can click on the link and they can set their own password. So to whom you want to send it, so that username is what you can type here. If I want to send it to a person called David, just select that employee, new employee, and just select that record. Once you search, that record comes, select that record and click on the send system message button. So this will send out the welcome email that way. So here in this, we have two options again. Send welcome message by user or by group, two options. So on the day of go live, when you are releasing the system to all the employees at a time, the Coca-Cola project is completed, it is live, and now we are going to release the product for all the 30,000 employees of Coca-Cola. If you want to release it, you can do it by just going for group option, the second one. In the group option, it's not that select by first name, last name and all. You want to release it for all employees, all departments at a time. Click on send message. It is going to trigger for everyone. Or if you want to trigger it to a specific department, to a specific location and all, you can choose that and trigger it location wise, department wise. That is also possible. That way, on the day of go live, we will use it as a group or a bulk, or on the later on whenever the employees are joining, if you want to send it, you can use send system message by user, and for whom you want to send it on that day, just search their names and you can send it that way. So this is how the standard welcome email feature was given by success factors, that you can trigger a welcome email. Click on send user welcome email. Okay, just search the keyword as welcome, this brings up that way. So if you observe, guys, this top search area is being useful to search for different config activities. So when I search with the keyword as homepage, it brought me manage homepage. Now for welcome email, I'm giving welcome, it is bringing me. Same I'm also using for searching for employees also. If I give David with the name as David, how many people are there? System is going to bring me. So this top search area will be useful for searching for transactions, different transactions in the system, and also employee also in the system. So as the title says here, you see, search for actions or people. You can use this top search area for searching for actions and also even for people both. Okay. Now, here there can be a question. Why should HR send this email, welcome email manually? As soon as the employee has been hired, can't the welcome email go automated? Why should we send it manually? And we do that config? We have the capability, we can enable that automation as well. But the point is that will not work 99%, because today we are going to hire, you are being to join the company on 27th of June. Today when you are joining, as soon as the employee has been hired in the system, if the welcome email has to go, there is no email ID created. This most of you would have already seen the situation where when you join a new company, your email ID creation takes a little while of time. By the end of the days where the IT team creates your new email ID and issue you, by the time on the day one morning 9 a.m., by the time you go there is no email ID created for you. So it takes some time. So first the email ID has to be created, that should be updated in your profile saying that this is this person's new email ID, that should be updated. From then only you will be able to receive the emails. That's where, so this welcome email thing and all is not automated. So they use it as a manual way of triggering the welcome emails. Okay. Next, Sridhar, do you have a question?
Yeah, so as part of this organizational onboarding, is it not necessary to create an email at the time of creating an employee details in the system, like through
Good,
RCM or
right?
what?
When until you hire an employee, that's not going to be an email create. That request is not going to the IT department, the AD team to create your
Okay.
ID. That's not going to happen.
And
Okay.
also, when we are sending through manually, you mentioned either person or all department means automatically the subject is pre-filled with these usernames for everyone, right? Individually.
Subject body. So here the
Yes, yes,
username,
yes.
if I'm sending it for one particular department, if there are 100 employees at the department, to all of them with their unique username, system will send it.
So its internal feature will take care that.
As a token, it's a standard token. System will look
Okay,
into
okay.
the employee data level and it will fetch the employee's login name from the employee record level. So when we hire the employee, we maintain this in the employee record level. So that will be picked up. Okay. Next three.
Yeah, many companies are using SSOs, single sign-ons. And here in Find, I saw all employees and external 360 raters. What does it mean?
Performance management, we have external raters as a concept. So people, if the people out of the organization have to give the feedback, that is where the external 360 concept means. That's
Okay.
something not relevant at this stage. You'll not understand when the PMGM will discuss that about.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Fine, guys. So this is the welcome email a plug and play feature. Similar way, we have few other plug and play features like one to says like password. So example, if anybody forgot their password, generally in the success factors login screen, we have that forgot password feature anyways. Like every Gmail, Facebook, banking websites, everywhere the way you have forgot password, you have it in SF also. But still, if you are not able to recover your password due to some reason, so that might be various reasons, you are not able to recover your password, then really, if it is an issue with your bank account, you are not able to recover your forgot password feature, you are not able to use it, then you call to the customer care. There will be some other options they give, some way it will be sorted. Similar way, in success factors, when you are not able to get in, you can request the HR, some admin people to help you to reset the password. So then they can go for this place called reset user password. Search with the keyword as reset. Reset user password is a feature where going there, you will have a plug and play tool where you can search for that user. So which user is asking that request? So search for that user. David is a person. And here, select that person. And you can give a new password, a temporary password. So some test 123, SAP 123, some kind of a test password is what you can give and reset and tell him, now this is your password. With that, you can log in for the first time. And once you log in, you can change your own password immediately. That is how we can help them to reset a password by we giving a temporary password. So here, this is an option. Reset individual user password with supplied password. That is, we are supplying a password. We are setting some dummy password for a while and helping him. That is one way. Other option is reset individual password, but we are not supplying any password here. Second option. So in this second option, how it looks like is here also you will first search with the user, search for the user. 1 second, guys. Yeah. So here also you'll be searching for the user. So once you search for the user, just click on that checkbox, select that, and you directly click on reset selected user's password. You can directly click on reset selected user's password. Just click on this button. So that will send an email to this person, to this David Ronco's email ID. An email, standard SF generated email will go. In that email, there will be a link. Clicking on that link, they can set their own password. So you are not going to supply a password. You are only helping them with the reset link. An email will be sent with a link. Clicking on that link, they can set their own new password, confirm password. They can enter and they can reset it. So that way, in the first option, you set a dummy password. In the second option, it will reach on their mail ID. They have to at least access the mail, and from the mail, they can reset their password. Those are the two options. The second one on a bulk, if you have to do, the last one, reset group of users at a time. So for multiple people, the email will trigger. Everybody have to click on their own respective link and reset their passwords. But this is never going to be used. At a time, hundreds of people coming and asking you to reset a password never happens. So either supplied password or individual password. These are the two options that we mostly use in the real time. Okay. Yeah, Mira?
So which email does it go to? Like the
The
business or
email
the
ID of
personal?
your obviously business. Everything is tagged with a business account, right? When you are employee in a company.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So this is one, and then similar way we have one more, which is when you search with the reset user account is also an option, guys. Okay, I'll talk about that later, but there is a question here, Anjan. Anjan, are you speaking?
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible now.
Yes, when we select a reset individual user password with separate password, we send an email notification, right? So that
Supplied password, there is no email. With supplied password, there is no email. There is a passwords you are setting, and you are informing in separately out of the system. Now, this is the temporary password I have set for you. You log in with this. It's a out of the system communication.
so in that case, the HR administrator will know the user's password, right? So it could be a security breach, right?
That's where we have the second option as well if you don't want to use that. And the first option level, it is where for a temporary time where the person can reset and they can help, they can reset it immediately. So now you gave me some dummy password as test123. That's where I get into the system. Immediately system will give me a pop-up saying to change the password. I have to change the password. That is the way. If you don't
Okay.
want to use it, we have the second option.
Okay.
Yeah, Pooja?
Yeah, Suresh, so when let's suppose an HR is resetting the passwords, so and he has to inform the employee. So the mail will be triggered via SAP or the normal email. He'll just copy paste the password which he has generated
In
from his
this, it
SAP
is it.
and
On the first option, there is
normally.
nothing from the system. You set a password and you inform him. How did he come to
Okay.
you? He came to
Hmm.
you in person, or he came to you, he dropped an email to you, please reset
Yeah.
my password. In the same email, you'll reply, no, this is your dummy password. You can log in for once with this. In the same email. Only in the
Okay,
second
fine.
option, there is a standard system generated email.
The answer is thanks.
Perfect. Fine, guys. So this is for today where two plug and play features we have seen. There are a couple of more plug and play tools. We'll also look at them tomorrow. And yeah, we have a few more agenda items for tomorrow as well. Before we get into the employee central level things, there will be two more sessions of the fundamental platform level things that we discuss tomorrow, Monday as well. Most probably by mid of next week, we get into the employee central sessions that way. And our team is also working on the system access things and all. So most probably by end of the week, you will be getting the access because I'm just now introducing you with the different tools, navigations and all. So by the time you get an understanding of how to navigate, what to use and all, you'll have the access. Okay. That's all for now, guys. Let's again connect back tomorrow, same time. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you, Suresh.
Wish you the same.
You guys.
Thank you, Suresh.